My name is Theresa Arnold, and I have been a member of FOA since 2016. I am the mother of a recovering heroin addict. January of 2017, my daughter actually OD'd on 3 separate occasions within a 24-hour period, and that was at the height of our opioid crisis here in Clark County. Thank goodness there was first responders there because they actually saved her life, and I'm able here to speak today that she has 2 years clean. Probably about 3 years ago, she was at her worst, and I was actually at my worst. I thought addiction and heroin was a dirty word, and that I was not able to share that. So both of us were kind of suffering in silence. So I spent that entire night Googling for help, and I came across Families of Addicts. I reached out the very next morning, and I got Lori Arion, the founder of Families of Addicts, on the telephone. And she said that I was very fortunate because they had just started a chapter in Springfield. And that was on a Monday. Tuesday night I attended my first meeting. I can say that I actually spent my first couple meetings just sitting at a table crying because I was in crisis mode. What was so great is at that second meeting there was a mother that sat at my table, and we both sat there and cried together. That was the first time that I felt some relief through all of this that we were going through, because I knew that someone else was going through the same thing. The second piece to the puzzle was with Families of Addicts, it was the education. I truly thought that addiction was a choice, and through coming to the meetings and getting the education, I learned that it was not a choice, that it was definitely a disease, and I started to learn how I could help my daughter in a healthy manner. The third piece to the puzzle, which I think is one of the biggest and most important pieces to the puzzle, is there was people in recovery in the rooms. They were telling their stories, they were telling how they were clean, and I started to have hope. And for the first time in 3 years, I had never had hope. I had hope, and that's when my life started to change. And then that's when I was able to reach out to my daughter. I started getting tools from coming to the meetings. I started learning about recovery, and I started gaining resources so that when she was actually ready, I had the resources available. So on the day that she did overdose and she finally said, "I'm going to die unless I get some help," I was able to reach out to those resources and get her into some help. I have grown so much in the past 3 years from learning about addiction and being able to not only help my daughter, but to reach out and be able to help other people. I will continue to come, even though my daughter is in 2 years of recovery, because I want to be there for people that were there when I needed the help.
Hi, I'm Melanie Silvas, Director of FOA here in Clark County, along with my husband Brad. And we would like to invite anybody who is struggling with addiction, family, or those in recovery, to come down to 50 West High Street to the Bridge of Support. We have meetings on Tuesday evenings at 6:30.